We're taking out the rivets right now.
So people ask me why I carry a drill on overland trips. It's so we can take awnings apart after the wind destroys them.
This is what May 10th, 2024 in southern Colorado looks like. I left my home in central Texas on May 5th and started heading west, taking the long way to Arizona. But before I could make my way to Flagstaff for Overland Expo, I had some business to take care of first in Colorado. That meant a stopover at my favorite camp spot in Texas, Maris Adventure Park. Privately owned, Maris Adventure Park rests on the eastern rim of the second largest canyon in the United States, Palo Canyon. From epic camping to overlanding and off-roading to trail running and some of the most epic mountain bike trails in Texas, Maris has something to offer everyone with a spirit of adventure. Oh, and the wildlife will blow your mind. I'll put a link to Maris Adventure Park in the description. And if you've been to Maris, drop a comment telling me your favorite campsite there. This is what May 10th, 2024 in southern Colorado looks like. Happy birthday to me. Gotta love it. Today's gonna be a challenging day. Got one more mountain pass to get up and over. Hopefully it is open. Wolf Creek Pass is notorious for being closed, but this is a very late season spring snow. I'm gonna see what I can do about getting up and over it. As I left Lake Fork heading east on US Highway 160, the snow continued to fall and the driving conditions continued to deteriorate as I approached the summit of Wolf Creek Pass. I am at the top of Wolf Creek Pass, nearly 11,000 feet here in southern Colorado. We have a winter weather warning, obviously. And Colorado Department of Transportation has done an amazing job keeping the roads clean and clear, and getting ready to hit the downward side. I got some 6 miles of some crazy hairpin turns, and not looking forward to it, but I have faith in my rig and I have faith in the Colorado Department of Transportation on keeping these roads clear. So with that, I just got done knocking some ice and snow off the Jeep and the trailer behind me, and just it helps with better handling, driving, and things like that. So, just real quick at the lights that we're pretty covered in ice, and so with that, I'm going to finish cleaning the lights off and head on down the slope, and hopefully I will see everyone in Flagstaff. US 160 over Wolf Creek Pass was definitely nerve-wracking with my trailer in tow, but the rewards that waited for me on the other side was well worth any effort. After a brief stop in Durango for breakfast at Oscar's Diner and a quick top off of fuel, it was time to head further west towards Mexican Hat, Valley of the Gods, Monument Valley, and a new campsite for me at the top of Moki Dugway. I have visited this part of Utah countless times and have become fascinated with the resiliency of the people who originally occupied this arid landscape. From the Paleo Indians about 13,000 years ago to the Anasazi people to the Ute and Navajo tribes, this area remains a symbol of cultural resilience and environmental conservation
representing the enduring connection between the land and its indigenous peoples. There's a reason why I visit this place as often as I can. With camp all set up, it was time to enjoy a well-deserved birthday ribeye. With uninterrupted views of the Goosenecks and Monument Valley, I could not think of a better place to spend my birthday. This part of Utah is raw and at times can be unforgiving, but if you happen to hit the weather just at the right time, the scenery is unmatched. The next morning, I woke up with a feeling that the scenery and the views just got better overnight. So before I headed out for my morning hike, I felt it was appropriate to slow down for just a minute and enjoy a cup of coffee.
Blown away by the beauty that is before me. But as I'm scrambling through the rocks far below my campsite, I come across some, it's just better to show you. It's pretty cool. It's beyond cool. I'm so blessed that I get to do this. But always remember wherever you go that there were people there before you, and just respect it. Leave it as you found it. And this is something beyond special for me. It's super cool. Anyway, you guys, keep adventuring, keep leaving the land as you find it, and have fun out there. When I stand in a place like this, high above Monument Valley behind me, I am humbled in the fact that I'm so small. When we try to live large in a world that is complex, that is a hustle and bustle, I come to a place like this in Bears Ears National Monument, and I'm at peace. I mean, 20 feet that way, it's about a 2,000 foot straight down drop. I'm a couple layers down from where my campsite's at on this ledge. I go to places that have been explored by populations long before I ever came along, and I know that because I found the pictographs down here from ancient people, and it just blows me away that this is here. So with that, I'm going to keep kind of going around that way and see what I can find without falling down that.
As I scrambled up and down the rugged ledges far below my campsite, I could not help but think about the original people who called this part of Utah home. Their lives were tough, shaped by this unforgiving landscape and harsh weather, where every step was a test of resilience. But being here, you can almost feel the history etched into the rocks, reminding us of the strength it takes to thrive in this wild and raw environment. It was difficult to say goodbye to this beautiful mesa overlooking Monument Valley, but my good friend Tylor from Texas K9 Overland finally caught up with me after being snowed in at his place in Colorado for several days. With his 2 labs in tow, we decided it was best to head down to the plateau below us on the edge of Gooseneck State Park. It felt like the safer choice for the pups. Even though we left the mesa behind, we knew we had another amazing adventure waiting for us down below. Sometimes it's the changes in plans that leads to the best adventures. Before we could get to our new campsite, we had to tackle the Moki Dugway. It's one of those drives that gets your heart racing and your eyes wide open, soaking up some of my favorite views in southern Utah. The Moki Dugway is more than just a breathtaking drive. It's steeped in history. Built in 1958 by the Texas Zinc Company, it was constructed to transport uranium ore from the Happy Jack mine in Fry Canyon to the processing mill in Mexican Hat. This narrow gravel road played a crucial role in the area's mining history, connecting remote mining sites to the outside world. As we descended, the vastness of the landscape unfolded before us, reminding me why I love this part of the world so much. Each turn brought a new angle, a new perspective, making the journey just as exciting as the destination.
Be a little narrow, I think.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
As Tylor and I ventured deeper into more than 2 million acres of BLM land, I found myself lost in thought, wondering just how far we could go before having to turn around. With our vehicles well equipped and ready for pretty much any terrain, the possibilities seemed endless. It was a comforting thought knowing we were prepared for whatever lay ahead.
I think I cleared it by about a half inch on that passenger camper side tire.
We had our sights set on the perfect campsite we spotted the night before. As a crow flies, it was just about 3 miles away. But with the 1,500-foot cliff standing between our old site and the new one, a direct route was out of the question. Instead, we opted for the longer route, over 20 miles of dirt road winding through the rugged landscape. It was the safer and smarter choice, and it gave us more time to take in the stunning scenery. As we arrived in our new spot, it didn't take us long to set up camp. We were looking forward to a few minutes of well-deserved downtime. Everything was perfect. A beautiful location and a chance to unwind. But just as we started to settle in, the unthinkable happened.
We're taking out the rivets right now.
So people ask me why I carry a drill on overland trips. It's so we can take awnings apart after the wind destroys them.
Battery.
Filming all this, I hope.
All right.
So we're not going to talk about the brand of awning because this could happen to anybody's awning. We were supposed to have 19 mile an hour gusts today. Might have been a little bit more. But we're going to make do with what we have, and we're going to fold this back up. Then we'll contact the manufacturer, or Tylor will contact the manufacturer and see what we can do about getting some new supports for his 270-degree awning. But he has an awning on the other side, so he'll be good.
That's right.
Coming to you from southern Utah. Well, that didn't go as planned. We were sitting out here visiting at the back of my trailer, me and Tylor, and all of a sudden the wind picked up and sailed Tylor's awning over there, and we did exactly what should have been done, and that is not to panic and just handle the situation. So after we figured out the puzzle pieces and what went where and the supports and everything, how they went, we decided to drill out the rivets because the canvas is in great shape. There's nothing wrong with the canvas, but we did snap 3 support poles. So with that, I was able to drill out the rivets and remove the poles. Took my cutoff saw/grinder and filed down the jagged edges on the support side. That way we can fold everything back up and not cause any additional damage to the canvas of the awning. So with that, we're hoping to get in contact with the North American distributor in the next 24 hours and see if he's coming to Overland Expo West. That way he can bring us a couple of support arms for it. So with that, it's just another day in paradise in southern Utah, enjoying this beautiful surrounding. And if you look over there, we have Monument Valley. So in spite of the damaged awning, we are doing amazing. So let me go wrap up helping Tylor put some tools away, and we will be good. Of all things, we get stuck at a construction roadblock, waiting on that guy right there.
The road from Central Texas to Overland Expo West in Flagstaff, Arizona is one I have traveled many times. It's a long and winding road, filled with amazing places and challenging landscapes that keep you on your toes. And the weather, it's as unpredictable as the terrain, shifting from clear skies to the unexpected storms in no time at all. Every mile brings a new adventure, and each turn reveals a fresh view, making the journey to Expo West as exciting as the event itself. So as we leave Monument Valley in our rearview mirrors, Tylor and I know we still have a lot of miles ahead of us. The adventure is far from over, and while the views behind us were unforgettable, there's a whole lot more adventure waiting for us up the road.